Welcome to the demo of the absolute best auto webinar SaaS platform as well as funnel builder on the web. Welcome to WebinarKit. Let's go ahead and log into our demo WebinarKit account to see just how easy and smooth WebinarKit is to use to help all types of businesses. So immediately when you log in, you'll be taken to the dashboard and you'll see there's no confusing elements whatsoever. You're able to see your list of webinars right away. And you can see we have a couple of demo webinars already, and on each webinar we've got a few very simple buttons. Now this second button with the link icon immediately gives you your links so that you can get them right away, and you can see how easy this is. All the relevant links that you might need for your auto webinar funnels are available immediately. Additionally, you get beautiful, easy to read analytics for all of your webinars by clicking on this third button here. As you can see, everything is consolidated on one simple and easy to understand page. Every single metric you would want or need is on this page. It truly doesn't get any easier than this. Now, if we go back to the dashboard and click on that first button of our little demo webinar, that will allow us to easily edit this webinar. And you can see that we've broken down the process of creating and editing webinars into a simple series of steps so that even someone who's never built a webinar before will be able to easily do this. Previous auto webinar softwares are clunky, outdated, and oftentimes hard to use. This is something so simple and smooth that anyone can get in here and create full auto webinar funnels in literally minutes. That's because WebinarKit was designed from the ground up to be simple and easy to use regardless of experience level, so that even someone who's completely new to webinars and auto webinars can create a high converting webinar funnel in just minutes. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some of the actual webinar pages that the software creates for you. So here, for example, is a beautiful registration page that we generated in literally seconds using WebinarKit. As you can see here, this is the actual registration form where potential webinar registrants will enter their information such as their name and email address, and this is fully customizable inside the software. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. So this is a simple, beautiful, modern registration page. It looks great on desktop, tablets, and phones, so you're not going to lose out on any traffic visiting your funnel. And once people register for this webinar, they'll be taken to the watch page. And again, here in the watch room, we have a simple and elegant layout with everything you need to drive high ticket sales. Obviously, we have the video, which can be full screened very easily. On top of that, we have customizable logo branding, which you can change to anything you want. We have live chat that you can choose to enable on the watch room as well, so that you can run like live webinars at a certain scheduled time, so that you can easily answer any questions that viewers may have. If you don't want to have live chat, no worries, you can disable that and just enable the email questions box where viewers can type in a question and an email will be sent to your account, and you can directly reply to those viewer questions. In addition, we obviously support live offers during the webinar as well, so you can set your product offer to display at a specific time during the webinar presentation. And obviously you can set this button link to be whatever you want, so that when the viewer clicks on that button, they can be taken to a product checkout page, for example. And we make sure that the video starts auto playing for viewers when they enter the room, so it's pretty much indistinguishable from an actual live webinar, allowing you to retain higher conversions. So everything is totally optimized to be a great viewing experience for the viewer, to help answer any questions that a viewer might have about the webinar or product and drive higher conversions. So with that said, let's jump back inside and see how easy it is to create your own auto webinar funnel. Here back on the dashboard, you'll see this button that says New Webinar, and we can simply click that to get started. On the first step here, we'll be asked to provide a link to our webinar video file. Super simple, just provide a link to a video file hosted anywhere such as Vimeo or Amazon S3, for example, and that video will then be shown in the watch room. Super easy, super simple. On the next step, we'll be asked to fill in a few details like the title and description of the webinar, the person who will be presenting the webinar, and then lastly, the schedule of the webinar. Now, WebinarKit is very powerful in terms of its scheduling options, and it lets you create webinars scheduled for various date configurations. For example, you can do one specific time and date, or you can do webinars that repeat every certain time and day, like every Tuesday at 3 p.m. for example. And then of course, we also have just-in-time webinars to maximize conversions so that anyone who shows up to the registration page will be able to watch the webinar within just a few minutes of registering. And just to show you how easy it is to add dates for your webinar, let's just do a little test run here. Let's say I want to add a webinar to play every Tuesday. We'll just select Tuesday from this drop down here. Let's say we want to have it play at 3 o'clock p.m. EST time, and we'll just click this add date button, and that's it. This webinar will be presented every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now on the next step, we'll be able to edit our registration page. Here you can easily edit things like the background color, text color, branding images, and any of the titles, subtitles, or descriptions that show up. Plus you can specify the fields that people will need to enter in order to register, such as their first name, last name, email, or phone number. On the next page, you can easily configure what the viewer will see on the webinar watch page. You can easily hide or show the live chat, the email questions box, and your webinar offer. And then on the final step, you can configure your email notifications for the webinar. Again, WebinarKit is super convenient and easy to use, so we automatically handle sending out beautiful notification emails with your branding to anyone who's registered for your webinar. That way people will be notified when their scheduled webinar is about to start, and you can easily set which emails people receive just by flipping these toggles here. And that's all handled automatically for you. But if you want to get a bit more advanced and set up your own email autoresponder sequence, we integrate with all of the major email autoresponder softwares out there, such as ActiveCampaign, Aweber, ConvertKit, GetResponse, MailChimp, and we're planning on adding a bunch more in the very near future. And once you've filled in all the basic info, you can just click the complete button and your auto webinar funnel is created and good to go. So again, you will absolutely love how easy we've made this entire process of creating auto webinar funnels. You can literally get up and running within minutes of using WebinarKit. Once your first webinar is created, you can easily edit the webinar, grab any links you need like the registration page or the watch page, and also check out detailed and easy to understand analytics for your webinar. There has never been an auto webinar software like this before that creates such simple, beautiful, smooth, and modern webinar funnels for you to profit from. So I'm sure you're going to love it. That concludes this demo. Thank you for watching.